LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge, and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Durham. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Now they'll run it on the toss. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Jackson. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The snap sets up to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat. He's got it down the left side. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. A terrific throw that time, and when you play quarterback here, there's a pretty rich legacy to try to live up to.
And just finding that guy that just makes it look easy. I think the Vols fans will really appreciate that, when a guy that can push it down the field, make the right decisions consistently, be smart in that quarterback spot.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in this.
Touchdown ball! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Finds his man. It's Anderson. Smashes through the tackle. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab, it's Parker. Strong, firm tackle.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try the run. Runs through a tackle. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of the guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Pac-12 matchup that just went final moments ago. NC State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Raleigh. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to throw on first down. He's going for it all. Pulls in the deep ball. Off and running. He's at the touchdown, Tennessee. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Finds his man, it's Durham. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on first down. He's going for the big play. Makes the catch down the right side. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown LSU!
this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
This time on target. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Lost to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Smothers. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Try to get it to the edge. Turning it on. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy. And this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Looking downfield, it's Fafita. The sweet feet buy a little time. Gets rid of it. It's on target and complete. And he'll be brought down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if we can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to add another. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. Linebacker, he can run by him, so that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball is coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Makes a connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Touchdown, Volunteers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, sparks were flying today between UTEP and New Mexico State. This is how it played out. UTEP overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from El Paso, these Miners gotta be thrilled with the result. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Pulls it in. It's Durham. Brings it to the open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every quarter. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up the short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he'll finish the run out of the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Southern Miss answered the bell away from Roberts Stadium today with an impressive victory. The Golden Eagles knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. A busy day in the Sun Belt Conference, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Quick completion on the out route. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
To the air on 2nd down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown ball!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but You got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll go to the toss. Shot down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tennessee offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Matthews. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Staley. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Quarterback making checks. They'll send the back in motion. To throw, it's Fafita. Got a man, it's Durham. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. LSU right back to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Watkins.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting a fast playmaker on the ground.
From the gun, the ground game. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first two fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Touchdown LSU! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, Mountain West teams colliding in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. San Jose State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory there in the capital of Silicon Valley. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. A busy day in the Mountain West and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Quarterback extends the play. Had to get rid of it quickly.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the tight end. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying to turn the corner on the left. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And that one will give them the lead.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Berry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run it to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Using his legs, it's Berry. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys.
Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught in the backfield. It's locked in. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. He is having a day, and there's still a ways to go, but pretty soon he might make a call on Kayshon Bouttie's single-game receiving record.
Yeah, and if I'm him, I'm going to my QB and be like, listen, dog, I'm close. Feed me that rock. I want to go get the record. Nobody's guarding me. Nobody can stop me. Just get it to me, and I'll make the plays for you. And right now, listen, if I'm the LSU quarterback, I'm like, yeah, you keep doing that, I'll keep feeding you the rock.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. To the air. It's Fafita. That's caught. It's buried. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him this time. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So first down will open up the final period. We're going to run it. It's Smothers. Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to pass on second down. Scrambling away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the sticks. It's Staley. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. This guy's putting up some numbers today, approaching that Joey Kent, Marcus Nash territory.
He's been unbelievable. There's just no way to stop him. The defense hasn't had answers.
He's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it at the 20.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Rushes on him. Rifles it down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Takes it the other way. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Looking to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make...
Touchdown ball! Quick strike through the air for the score. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma State stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Stillwater. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
To the air, it's Murphy. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going to fire deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Touchdown time in Tennessee. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Pocket breaking down. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Makes the grab on the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Tigers want to move quickly.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Murphy. He's got him. Across the 45. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Watkins.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback keeps it. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2's kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
He said he was going to be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see them back it up on the field.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. Grab near the marker, it's Hill. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's complete on the right side. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Jackson. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Caught near the sticks, it's Staley. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Tight end now in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And the Vols hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Power football with the run. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Vols send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Tennessee.
And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Murphy. He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete, and they had a chance in the end zone, and he just couldn't come up with it, and that's going to do it. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting